You know what they say. Something's got to give. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see two teams, each riding a 3-game win streak. It'll be
on a pretty gray and hazy day here in Southern California. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Los Angeles. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. Fielded about a yard deep. They will take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down. Gone. They'll find Everett there, complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. Watch out. Look at me. Go on.
Ito Smith, his first carry.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It'll cost your team.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Looking to throw. Costello. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Back to throw. Costello. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, for this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, he's got a couple more downs to play with.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, That makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. That was a safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and make it.
And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. The play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels. That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Looking to throw. Costello. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Gone. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to
From the 50, it's gone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Ronald Jones playing his collegiate ball on this field for USC. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Costello. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Ito Smith heading back out with the rest of his offensive crew. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, 2nd quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see, though. You're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume here. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Costello, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now this throw caught left side. 22 yards there, a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. On first down, Costello. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On 3rd and 2. Costello looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. After the interception, here's Gall. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do. I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Gall. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Goff on first down. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Goff on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route. But he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
And he's brought down. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing again is gone. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Falcons. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. So special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Looking to throw. Costello. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Another carry now for Gurley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On first into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 47. Sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scout.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense. But that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Back now in Los Angeles. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on first down. Costello. They'll set up the screen to Smith. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, here's Smith.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Attack the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Off-play action. Costello. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
The second pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
A shotgun snap for Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Goff now to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, LA! Brandon Cooks, his fourth touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. When you're trailing in the fourth quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense is.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it? And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
That's it, baby.
Ronald Jones, 78 yards, and the Falcons push further out in front. Well called, well blocked, and he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Goff now looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second and long.
Ready? Check 26, check 26.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Third and long. It's gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here's Goff. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A first down carry for Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
The previous play is under review.
This defense tries it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Ito Smith. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jones. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. We'll likely put an end to this thing. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Let's go. 50-on.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get to win on the road.